Hi.
How are you, Marta?
Good.
Nice to meet you. I'm very happy about this interview. As I mentioned, I read your Picture in Time and it got really involved with the whole book. That's why I would like to make this interview to put you inside my book in a certain way.
Okay, good. So what is it that you would like to start with?
I would like to start with, in these two photos particularly, from PaloAlto, where are the threads on these photographs?
I don't think you would see them in the photograph because they are broken at the instant that the camera shutter is triggered. Have you seen his shutters? It's a shutter that does this. Okay.
Yes.
So I don't think that they would appear in the photograph. Do you?
Yes, because it had to show not the broken thread, but the next thread from the next photograph.
No, it doesn't.
Since
Because
they have 15 centimeters of distance of each. No?
Yeah, but each image is one camera. So no camera can make an image of the subsequent or of the next camera.
But if you look the first and the second photo from PaloAlto, they have the number 3 until 8. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And the next photograph from the 4 until 9. So it means that the next thread might be maybe on the 8. So it had to be in the first photograph.
I think I understand what you're saying. So if you look at the first photograph, you're looking at the poster now, aren't you? You're going to assume,
Yeah.
where was that thread?
Around the number 6. Is that correct?
Okay, let's say it was at number 6.
Okay.
Then where do you think it was in the next photograph?
In number 7.
Okay, I understand, but if the thread was at number 7,
Okay.
which I'm not sure about that, but okay.
Or 8.
It could be 7. The thread would be parallel to the camera, supposedly at the level of the horse's chest. Not perpendicular, it's coming from that wall from number 7 towards the camera, towards your eye. It would already make it difficult to see.
Yeah.
It would already make it almost impossible to see.
Yeah.
And secondly, he certainly could have taken it out. I don't have a problem with that at all. But yes, the numbers, I realize now the numbers 3, 3, 3, 3, yeah. But I don't see why you would see the thread or the wire necessarily. So, but it's a good point. I hadn't thought of that.
Let's talk about difference, the connections
okay.
between the...
Once you get onto the specifics of these things. Yeah, well, okay.
So I realized that they are
Yeah.
except the same. And here everything is different.
We know that it's not a different sequence. They didn't change the numbers on the boards at PaloAlto because clearly from the horse, they're clearly the same, the same images.
Yeah.
So this is a very, very good point. I've not gone into any of this analysis. I've not gone into this at all. And this is a big area to look at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the answer to your question is, I don't know. The initial thing to say is that Muybridge significantly manipulated almost all of his images, every kind of image he significantly manipulated. This is a page from the Attitudes of Animals in Motion.
Yes.
We know that because there's a pencil number or pen number here.
Mm-hmm.
Here, there's an artificiality has been introduced because it's too clean a silhouette, and the rider is a very clearly delineated silhouette, and I just think that's been painted in. You've got the outline here, and it's been manipulated, painted in, to give you a more distinct image. Now, the question as to why the background has changed, and the terrible kind of realisation there is that how would you get that image of the horse onto a newly created graphic background? How would you do that? You've got to cut the horse out like it's crazy, isn't it? It's like a paper cut of each horse and position it on the new background.
Yes.
But that's the sort of thing Muybridge would do. You know, Muybridge is using CGI, computer graphics, before it existed. What he's doing is the same thing, but he's finding manual ways of doing this. And whatever that takes is what he does. Sometimes it's really, really hard. So it's not photographic, it's informed by photography. Or I prefer to say informed by the camera.
Okay.
But what's really clever is that the life of the motion is still there. Because these are world-shatteringly important photographs. This is a photograph that's the equivalent to a photograph of splitting the atom or something.